What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fit Vic, and today we are going to be talking about training splits. Now, what is a training split? A training split is basically how you train. The days you work out, how you work out, the muscle groups you work out on what days. That's basically what a training split is. So you have different training splits, and we have four training splits, and all these training splits, they come with pros and they come with cons. So in this video I'm gonna be telling you about all the training splits, all their pros, all their cons, so you can select and choose which one is best for you and your goals. Now let's get started. So I have notes because I had to write down a lot of this. I have it on my computer here, so I'm gonna be looking over there. If you see me looking this way, I'm looking at my computer. So the first one we have is the bro split. Now this one is probably the one that you probably don't want to do, because what it entails is, this is what the bro split looks like. Monday, chest. Tuesday, abs. Wednesday, back. Thursday, legs. Friday, arms. Saturday, some other muscle group. And it's very ineffective. I mean, you can still build muscle using the bro split, but technically it's just very ineffective for hypertrophy. We are talking about hypertrophy here, what you can do to gain the most muscle, and the bro split is just not it. So the only pros with the bro split is you have short training sessions. So for example, if you're only training chest that day, you are not going to be spending 2 hours in the gym training only chest. It's probably going to be anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes and you're out of there. And also your recovery too, because with the bro split you're only training the muscle group once a week, so you're going to be recovered really well before your next training session for that muscle group. And the cons is you're not really going to get a lot of muscle growth with the bro split. It's just not that good, because to get a lot of hypertrophy you need to at least be training a muscle group 2 times a week to get maximum hypertrophy. But in this instance you're training it only once a week. That is not ideal for hypertrophy. And also too, another con is you're gonna have to be doing really high volumes for these muscle groups, and high volumes are not really that good, because every muscle group has a maximum amount of volume that it takes to stimulate the muscle for growth. But since you're training it once a week, you're gonna have to do really high volumes to see any type of growth, and that could cause a lot of DOMs, that could cause a lot of fatigue and stuff, and it's just something that you probably don't want to do for longevity. Now that's the bro split. And the second training split number 2, we have the push-pull legs split. Push-pull legs is basically you work your pushing muscles one day, then you work your pulling muscles the other day, and you work your legs the next day. So it's basically like a 3-day split. And your pushing muscles is basically every muscle you use to push things. So basically your chest is a pushing muscle, your triceps is a pushing muscle, your front delts is a pushing muscle. These are all pushing muscles, muscles that let you push things away. They contract when you're pushing things. So you work those on the first day, and on the second day you work your pulling muscles. Your pulling muscles are muscles that enable you to pull things back. So we're talking about your back, and we're talking about your biceps, and you're talking about your rear delts. So basically everything behind with your biceps. Those are your pulling muscles. They let you pull things back. Your traps too. And then legs, obviously, everything that has to do with your legs. You work on the third day. Now, pros to this is you're able to hit every muscle group twice a week. So since it's a 3-day split, you have 7 days in a week. You can do 3 days, rest 1 day, and do another 3 days, which gives you 7. Your training sessions are going to be relatively short because you're only working about 3 muscle groups every day. So first day is going to be your chest, your triceps, and your front delts. Next day, your back, rear delts, biceps. Then the third day is going to be like your quads, hamstring, calves, if you want to add that. So your training sessions are going to be really short. And there's also another pro is there's little to no interference. Now, what is interference? It's when you train a certain muscle group one day and then you have to use that muscle the next day to train another muscle group. That's called interference, right? So let's say, for example, I was training chest today. Now, when I'm training chest, what happens is my triceps and my front delts are involved in my chest movements. So I'm using those as accessory muscles to train my chest. Then the next day, let's say I was going to train something like, let's say, triceps. So my triceps might already be fatigued from my chest day, which was the previous day, and now I'm doing triceps. So I might still feel a little sore. My triceps might feel a little sore because of the previous chest day. That's interference. So now one workout is interfering with another workout. So with this, you probably wouldn't get any interference, or not a lot of interference, because you're using different muscles for the movements. And the only con that I can see to this is the fact that you're gonna have to be hitting the gym 6 times a week. Now, hitting the gym 6 times a week is not something that a lot of people can do, especially like everybody, because you have work, you probably have kids, you probably have school, you probably have a lot of things that you're doing, and you're not going to be able to make that dedication to hitting the gym 6 times a week. Even I can do it, and I go to the gym. I like to go to the gym a lot, but I cannot go to the gym 6 days a week because I have other things that I'm doing. So that's the only con I can see to this. Now the next split is the upper lower split. Now the upper lower split is basically you train your upper body one day and then you train your lower body the next day. So basically you cover your whole body in 2 days. The pros to this is you can basically train with more frequency. For like the bro split, you could only train every muscle group once a week. The push-pull legs, you can only train twice a week. Like every muscle group you train twice a week. For this, since you only use 2 days to train your whole body, you can possibly do 3 times a week. So basically Monday, Tuesday, upper lower, Wednesday, Thursday, upper lower, Friday, Saturday, upper lower, and maybe you can rest on Sunday, right? So it's, you get that frequency, and you also get no interference. Like this time you don't get any interference because your upper body just has nothing to do with your lower body. So if I'm training legs, I can't be using my arms to train my legs. Like it's just legs. So you train all the muscles in your upper body one day, that can rest, and the next day is just gonna be your legs. And you can get away with lower volume per workout. So let's say you're doing this, like you're training each muscle group 3 times a week, and you are doing about 15 sets for that muscle. Now, if you're doing the push-pull legs and you're doing 15 sets per muscle, you're gonna have to divide that 15 by 2. So your per workout, you're gonna be doing about 7 to 8 sets per muscle. But with the upper lower split, if you're doing this 6 times a week, like you're going to the gym 6 times a week, now that is just gonna be divided by 3 instead of 2. So instead of doing 7 to 8 sets, you're gonna be doing about 5 sets per muscle per workout, which is really good, because then you don't have to do a lot of sets. You just do 5 sets and then you're done. You're out of the gym. The only con I can potentially see, there are 2 cons that I have here. Potentially longer gym sessions, and this is mostly for your upper body, especially if you're a dude. If you're a girl, you probably don't really care much about working your upper body. You probably care more about working your legs and your butt, which is what girls do. So with this, for a guy, we work our upper bodies more. We are more focused on, big biceps, big triceps, big shoulders, big chest, abs popping, back, traps, everything. So if you want to hit all those muscles effectively and you're doing an upper lower split, on your upper days you might see yourself being in the gym for more than an hour to 2 hours, because you have to cover all those muscles. You have to do something for all those muscles, and that can lead to longer gym sessions. And you might have potential muscle imbalance. That's the second con. Now, muscle imbalance is when one muscle group is lacking. When I say lacking, I mean they're not as big. Let's say, like, if you do like a double bicep, as you can see, for me, my bicep and my triceps are kind of similar in size, right? Like, it's balanced. But for someone doing an upper lower split, if you're doing it wrong, you can be training one muscle group more than another muscle group. Let's say you started training with chest, right? You were training chest, that was your first exercise, and then your last exercise is your back. At this time, you're already tired, so you're not giving your back the training stimulus that it needs, because you're tired. You just want to get out of the gym. You're over it. You want to go home right now. So you're just gonna, let's do some back workout, and you half-ass it, and then you go. If you keep doing that over time, you see that your chest, you're gonna have a nice chest, but then your back is gonna be kind of lacking. So you need to structure this properly, where you can cycle in. Let's say this week you were training chest first on your upper lower split. Next week you could be training back first, and that'll actually fix any kind of imbalance and help you reach your goals. Now, the fourth split, which is the one that I'm doing now, and I see this is right now, it's actually my favorite split, is the full body split, and I'll tell you why. So the full body split, this is basically for people that you really don't have time to go to the gym. And that happens to people. Some people can go to the gym 7 days a week, but other people, you can probably only do 2 days, 3 days a week. And this is where the full body split comes in. Full body split is basically every time you hit the gym, you're training your whole body. That's basically what it is. And now, what makes this really good is you can have more frequency. So I'm talking about the pros now. You can have more frequency, meaning if you wanted to train every part of your body 5 to 6 days a week, you can do it. But that's probably not why you want to do the full body split. It's probably because you don't have time to hit the gym 6 days a week or 5 days a week. And you can, if you can only hit the gym 2 days a week, this is still gonna work for you because you're still training every body part 2 days a week, like you're 2 times a week, but you're only doing it in 2 days, as opposed to like push pull legs where you're still training every body part twice a week, but you're spreading it over 6 days. So this is more effective. You have less gym sessions. Currently for me now, I only go to the gym 3 times a week. So I go 3 times a week and I train my whole body all those times. So basically I have, like, my training frequency is 3 times. So I train each muscle group 3 times a week, which is amazing for me right now. And the second pro is lower volume per workout. So when it comes to lower volume, this was a pro too with the upper lower split, and more so too with the full body split, because if I'm training every muscle group 3 times per week with my 3-day split right now, my 3-day full body split right now, that means I don't have to do a lot of volume. Right now when I hit the gym, for each muscle group, I don't do anything over 5 sets per muscle. So my chest will probably get like 3 or 4 sets. My biceps will probably get like 3 or 4 sets. So I just do that and I'm done, because I know that, okay, I'm gonna hit biceps again the next time I go, and then I'm gonna hit biceps again the third time I go. So lower volume per workout. And the cons, this is the big one. One of the big cons is you're gonna have very long gym sessions, very long. So I'm talking about 2 hours. If you're going to be training with the same type of intensity that, like, someone like me, I train with a lot of intensity. I don't like to half-ass my workouts. If I'm gonna half-ass a workout, I'd rather just stay home and not even go to the gym at all. But with this, you train with a lot more like a lot more intensity, but that is gonna come with longer gym sessions. So you might be in the gym for 2 hours because you're training everything. So you will stay in the gym longer. And also too, you might have more systemic fatigue. Now systemic fatigue is just being tired, right? And those exercises take a lot of energy to do. So you might have more systemic fatigue, but this is offset by the fact that you can recover pretty well. Since you're not going to the gym every day, you're gonna have more rest days than actual workout days, so you're able to recover fast. And also too, just like with the upper lower split, you can have potential muscle imbalance if you do this wrong. Just like I said, if you're hitting the gym every day for a full body split and you're training chest first or you're training back first, your chest might suffer because now it's like at the back burner. You put it on the back burner and you're not able to lift as heavy, and you're not, at this point, you're just over it. You just want to go home and you're just like, okay, let's just do this chest and then let's go. And you half-ass your workout. So it's always great to cycle, do it and then cycle it to like make sure every muscle group is getting the attention that it needs. So that is all 4 splits. You can decide which one works best for you based on the pros and cons that I've outlined in this video. And yeah, just pick one, try it out, see what works for you. If it doesn't, then there's nothing wrong with trying out another one. Like for me, I've basically done all these throughout my lifting career. I've basically tried all this, and for now the full body split is what works for me. It might not be the best for you. You might be a more bro split guy, which I would not advise you to be a bro split guy. I would say you could either do the upper lower split, push pull legs, or you could do a full body. Alright, that's the video for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, follow me on Instagram at fitvic07, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.